What is going on, everybody? Nasdorachi coming back at you again today with another video for Dragon Ball Legends. Also, happy Memorial Day to everyone that's in the United States of America. So remember the fallen. Hopefully you guys are all having an amazing day. We do have some pretty huge stuff to talk about for Dragon Ball Legends, but this shouldn't be an extremely long video. What we're going to be talking about today is pretty much everything we know about the first anniversary so far. And this does include, within the past 12 hours or so, the developers have announced that there are going to be fundamental changes being made to the way that the game is actually played. The battle mechanics, things that happen during fights, everything is going to be changing, if not a little bit, possibly a lot, you guys. So we're going to dive in and explore all of that and everything we know about the anniversary so far. So please stay tuned, and if you're new around here, be sure to subscribe so I can see you again on new videos all the time, you guys. We're going to be covering a lot of first anniversary stuff. So to jump in, the first topic that we want to cover is that, of course, we are getting Goku and Vegeta Super Saiyan God Blue for this banner, or for this update, for this anniversary. We know that. We are as well knowing that Super Vegito is going to be coming along with them. Now, if I had to wager a guess, you guys, I would say that this whole scenario is going to play out a lot like the DBS Broly collab that they did. So what that basically means is there is going to be Vegito, these two units right here, the two God Blues, all on like a Legends Rising style banner, but it's probably going to be like Legends Anniversary. May or may not be a step up, but I'm leaning towards it being more similar to DBS Broly, you guys. And the main reason for that is the indications we've gotten on how Vegito is going to play out. So we go to the internet here, we check this out. Vegito joins the battle, enter the Rising battle, and acquire Vegito. This is a base form Vegito that's going to be free, and this is going to play out almost identically to Fury Broly, which means you'll be able to farm him up on that hard difficulty event. Again, I'm predicting it to be very, very similar to DBS Broly, and DBS Broly was just on a Legends Rising style collaboration banner with the movie. They as well had the God Goku when he came back around once on there. The God Vegeta was featured on that collab. But for this, I think they're going to mash all that together and put God Goku, God Vegeta, and Vegito on an anniversary style banner. I don't think that there'll be anything locked behind tickets, but it's important to note that there's no information on the actual format of the banner at this time. So we don't know, you guys. There was a tweet floating around. I'll go find it real quick. But it was just a joke. So if you saw right here, if you saw this, if you saw this post right here, this was just a joke. It is not actually accurate. This is not true. So don't believe this if you see it here, you guys. We're not going to go over it because it's already confirmed that this was just a joke. So don't worry about that if you've seen that information right there. It is not accurate. So getting back to the important stuff, again, we will be able to farm out this base form Vegito right here. This gives free-to-play players a lot of hope at this point between Legends Road, Fury Broly, other Saiyan, and other relatively easy-to-acquire units. The free-to-play team meta is looking like, you know, more of a reality every day, that you'll be able to run a completely free-to-play team and still be competitive even at higher levels of play. So that's extremely encouraging. Then of course we know that Super Vegito is going to come. He's got a plethora of stuff that we figured out about both him and the Goku just from the gameplay video that we saw from the tournament. So let's shoot over to that real quick. So right here, thanks to Goresh, and I'm actually not really in the way up here with my camera, but we basically observed most of this stuff right here. Vegito gains damage buff upon switch in, recovers ki on special move, gains strike damage buff when timer counts elapse to a certain point, gains damage buff whenever enemy uses an arts card, potentially tap attacks as well, we're not 100% sure on that. Gains blast damage buff whenever taking damage, has a knockback that nullifies strike damage on switch in, which seems to be chainable. Recovers ki, gains damage buff, increases card draw speed, and draws ultimate arts card for main ability. nullifies endurance, and increases ultimate damage when using ults card, meaning that he can cut through Zamasu, Green Vegeta, and Hercules in vulnerability. Then the Goku, key recovery and strike damage up on switch in, restores Vanish Gauge and draw Ultimate Arts card when activating main ability, ultimate damage when using Ultimate Arts card, inflicted damage key up and key recovery when timer counts elapse, and he also has some type of heal or key recovery on his green card as well that we saw. So that's everything that we know right now on these two characters, just based off of what we saw in the match. Of course, this might not be 100% accurate because it is just based off of our observations. And there may be more stuff too, so we don't know quite yet, but this is everything that we know about those two characters right there. And beyond that, that covers the basics on the summon banner, the Goku, the Vegeta. Again, there may be other stuff that we still do not know 100% yet, but this is, again, this video, everything that we know so far. So we know we're getting the free-to-play Vegito, who is, you know, farmable up eventually to 7 stars, just like Fury Broly, hopefully. And that's going to be amazing for the respective fusion teams. Hopefully he's just going to have the fusion tag. He's not going to be separated by Potara and Metamorian Dance. That is what we're hoping. So the fusions team will not only have 7 members now instead of just 6, if that all comes to play. We can expect the fusions meta to be a thing if that all goes according to plan, which is amazing. And you'll have another option for your free-to-play builds, Saiyans, as well as Super Vegito fitting into Trinity teams as well. So we may see the resurrection of Trinity with Super Saiyan Bardock, you know, Gogeta, and Vegeta or something like that. So we have a lot to keep our eyes on there. But the last bit of huge information that we 100% know about, besides, you know, login bonuses and summons, and there's going to be like a free multi-summon every day where you can get 10 characters a day for free. There's going to be more balance changes. We know the red Super Saiyan Vegeta is going to be in there on the balance changes. We know that there's going to be other stuff coming as well. And I saved a couple of these pictures here, I think. Yeah, it starts on the 31st. That's when we do expect the banner to show up. I think I deleted the other one there. But yeah, it's basically like a free multi-summon every day, balance changes, stuff like that. So we know that that stuff is coming as well. But this right here, this post that they just put out, which they also put an in-game video up for, but it wasn't translated at the time, so I had no idea what it was. But we have Battle version 2 is coming. Use the new mid-range action Tackle to attack and combo into Arts card. Changes to combo damage, draw system, and more coming in this battle system update. Get ready for the next level of combat in Battle version 2. This leads me to believe that they are fundamentally altering the mechanics of gameplay in certain aspects to freshen up the game, to make it potentially more competitive, to just round things out and just add more options. Because with this tackle mechanic, if it uses no key and you just swipe forward to tackle them in combo, it's basically like instead of swiping forward and then trying to bait them with a tap punch combo bait, you'll swipe forward and like shoulder them with one hit, as you can see in the video here. I'm going to make it full screen in a second, but you'll just, like, you know, hit them once and start combo. Just that by itself is going to fundamentally alter the way the game is played right there. It's going to add a lot of different options and a lot of things that you're going to have to now be wary of when going into fights. You're going to have to be aware of these new tactics to use them, and so they're not used against you effectively as well. So we're definitely going to be covering that and keeping up with all the new battle mechanics. So it also mentions the draw system here again. That means the way that you draw cards in battle is going to change. That's going to be huge and could potentially alter combos in general. Just the whole way the game is played right there. Changes to the combo system, that's going to come attached to the changes to the draw system. So all this is huge, you guys. Again, the game might completely change, even more so when they initially nerfed sidestep. That was a huge change to the game, when you could forward dash and get, you know, key and vanish meter back while you were charging forward. You know, when they altered that, that was a pretty huge change to the way the game is played at the time. I think this is going to be even bigger. So whether or not there'll be changes to the Rising Rush system, where you can only use one per battle, that remains to be seen. It says and more coming. So there could potentially be changes to the way that characters swap in. There could potentially be changes to the Rising Rush system, and there may as well be like some type of generic block command input into the game. I would honestly like to have seen that even more than tackle. Like say a certain, like a gray card, since we have all these other colors. Gray card, you use it, or maybe like, you know, a backward swipe. When you backward swipe, when an attack comes in, the character will put their arms up, and if you time it properly, maybe it reduces 50% of incoming damage. Obviously, it wouldn't work against Rising Rush, but against blue cards, against, you know, tap blasts, against blast attacks, you know, you could get that kind of block in there. I think that would be really cool if they like attach that to like swiping backwards right as the enemy, you know, the exclamation point pops up, you instantly swipe backwards, you can get that 50% damage reduction in there. I think something like that would complement this tackle system really well. But for the rest of this, we're going to have to really stay tuned and see what exactly they have in mind for us, because they don't announce everything here, but just this one tackle mechanic, changes to the card draw, the way that happens throughout battle, all of that stuff is pretty epic, and it's definitely going to change the way the game is played. Of course, Twitter always likes to do this to me. We'll mute that. So right here, that is the shoulder charge you just saw right at the very beginning, where he just, you know, swipes forward without using an arts card, hits him one time, knocks him back. It's almost kind of like Vegeta using his green card, but instead of it being, you know, unvanishable, it's just in that forward square direction on the battle board. So again, very, very interesting to see this mechanic play out. We're gonna have to stay tuned to see what all else they change, again with the card draw, potential Rising Rush changes, potential defensive options, all different types of stuff like that, you guys. I do anticipate the game is going to be pretty fresh when we start going into it for the second year of its existence here, the beginning of year 2, you know? I'm pretty excited, you guys. Of course, we're going to stay up and coming with everything that they have coming out. We're going to keep you guys informed, posted, make sure that you guys know everything that's going on without too many questions. We're going to dive in, check out the new combat systems when they come out and tear those apart, figure out how we can take advantage of those to make the best out of them in combat, you guys. So that's pretty much all I have to talk about today. Again, we know the 2 God Blues are coming. We know Vegito's coming. We know that the structure of it's going to be very similar to the DBS Broly collab because of the base form Vegito in that battle event that we're going to be getting, and then the Super Saiyan version that's going to be, you know, the premium one. So we do know a lot of things, but there is still a lot of stuff we don't know yet, and we're definitely going to have to check that out as it comes out, you guys. I'll definitely be keeping you guys posted and as well informed as possible on all the new changes. So once again, if you are new here, consider subscribing so I can see you again on future videos. If you guys enjoyed this update video, consider leaving it a thumbs up, help spread it out on YouTube so more people can see it. Definitely helps boost the algorithm, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys that check out the videos and support them. So other than that, leave a comment down below, you guys. What do you think about Anniversary? What do you think about changes to the game? What are some things that you'd like to see changed about the game? What are some things you'd like to not see changed about the game that you want to make sure stay consistent going into year 2? What are your thoughts on Rising Rush, card draw speed, the new Vegito, the God Blues? I'd love to hear everything that's on your mind that's going on with First Anniversary and Legends in general. So definitely hit up the comments below, and I'll be seeing you again extremely soon, you guys. We've got about 3.5 days left until the festivities kick off. So I'll probably be doing a live stream when everything goes live to just check it out. Hopefully you guys can join me. That'll be here on YouTube, not on Twitch. And I'll see you again soon, you guys. Peace out. Have a great Memorial Day. We'll see you next time.